Hey, it's me, Maria Fontana, your favorite intuitive business consultant. And today I'm going to share one of my, I have to say, it's about a 32-year business tip. It's a trick. It's something that I've used and I've implemented in my 7 brick and mortar businesses, in my online businesses. Of course, they've had to be tweaked depending exactly what I was doing and what business I was doing it for. But I thought the other day, I have to share this with you guys. I mean, it's crazy to keep it to myself. And it's something that I do occasionally. So this is a quick cash injection into your business. So who this is for, this is my coaches, my creatives, my spiritual entrepreneurs, my holistic entrepreneurs, and people who already have an established business. If you're just starting out, this is not going to work for you. But it's something that you can keep on the back burner and apply later on once your business is established. Because as I go through this, you'll understand why. It is a one-time shot. It's something you could do once a year, once every 8 months. I wouldn't abuse this because it won't work and people get sick of your shit. So you really always want to sell with love and integrity, because the minute you do something without integrity that doesn't serve the clients, you're done. You lost them, you lost your integrity, you lost your expertise, and you lost the trust factor. So if I can stress anything else to you, this is not a get-quick-rich scheme. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. This is work. It's going to take you hours of work to implement these strategies. It is going to take you some research time. But if you really want to inject a good, few $1,000s into your bank account in the next few weeks, to maybe, spend some money on something else, reinvest it in your business, reinvest it in yourself, kickstart your business a little bit. Once in a while, this is a great way to do it. Once again, you have to have your business up and running, and you have to have a flow of some clients to work on, and you'll see what I mean. So I call this my 2-week cash injection. So maybe once a year I'll do this. Sometimes I don't do it at all. Sometimes I might do it twice a year. Just depends on what's going on, how things are flowing, and what my financial needs may be. And also what the environment is, what the business environment is, what I feel. I really operate from a place of intuition, and I look at my big client base all the time and my audience, and I think, what do people really need? What is it that they want? What are they really desiring? What kind of shift do they need to make? And how can I help that happen? So it might be a one-time ridiculously low offer that I would never do, just to be able to help some people who've been following me a long time, or clients who've been wanting to work with you. Think about everyone. And maybe they just couldn't, for one reason or another. They weren't ready emotionally, they weren't ready financially, or it just wasn't in their budget at that time to invest in themselves. Other times, it might be that people are just afraid. Change is scary. And you guiding them and giving them a hand and saying, hey, I'm going to help you get unstuck. I'm going to help you to get to the next place. Wow, that's a powerful message. So keep in mind that selling is service. You're not selling. If you think you're just selling to people, then I advise you not to be in business, because especially if you're in a service provider, coach, creative, spiritual entrepreneur, a holistic entrepreneur, if you are a healer and you're helping people, you really have a big life purpose that's much bigger than the money. So the money will flow afterwards. So this is what has worked for me. This is how I do it, and I want to share with you. So as you can see behind me, guys, what I wrote is where you're gonna find warm traffic. So I can't stress enough. Now, this has worked in my salons, in my spas, in my beauty supply, in my cab company. Yes, I had a cab company at one time. You have to have a warm audience. I don't care. This is before the online space, during the online space, and after the online space. People are highly unlikely to buy from you. A cold audience is highly unlikely to buy from you unless you're ShopRite and you're selling online services, or Stop and Shop, or Whole Foods, and it's a necessity. So hear me out, especially service providers and people that it's more of a secondary sale. It's not a life or death situation. It's something to invest in themselves, so it takes a little bit more nurturing. Don't forget, guys, the person with the money on the other end paying you is a human, just like you. They have fears, they're afraid, they have wants, they have needs, they have dreams, they have desires. They may have financial problems. So you have to really remember that there's a human on the other end, and a little empathy and compassion goes a long way when making your service as a sale, not a sale to get money. Okay, so let's go. So what I do is this. I take a look at all my stats. Now, if you're running a business, you have to be a little organized. You should have stats. You should know who your warm audience is. So for me, I look at when I do my 2-week cash injection, my warm audience is my mailing list. My mailing list not that long. You know, I haven't been doing this that long, but I have a mailing list of a few hundred people. Now, people might say, oh, I have a mailing list of a few thousand. But if they're not quality leads and they're not people who are really going to be interested in what you're doing and you're just sending them bullshit in their inbox, reevaluate how you're collecting emails and reevaluate, like, it's not about the number. Just like on Facebook, it's not about the number of likes, it's the amount of quality you want. Because when you send something really wonderful to their inbox, it has to nurture them and give them value. If you're sending them bullshit, it's pointless. You just have a number. So keep that in mind, okay? So I have my list, my current email list, okay? My current clients. Now, people that are working with me now. So I have a list. I'm writing all these people down in columns, okay? And I'm writing down their names. Now, again, I told you this is a little time consuming, but any time you want to invest and up level in your business, it's going to take time. Anyone that tells you that everything's a quick, just do this, do a funnel, get a Facebook ad, you're going to get rich, it's a bunch of bullshit. These are strategies that work long term. If you have a boutique, a healing spa, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, you have only an online business and do online coaching. I mean, it works for every business. So then you're going to look at your current clients. Then you're going to look at my old clients. So clients that have worked with me, they got results and they're no longer working with me. They're doing their own thing. Okay. So we're making columns like a spreadsheet. Then people in my Facebook group. Now you don't have to have a Facebook group, but if you do, that is a captive audience because they're people who are obviously interested in what you're saying. They're obviously interested in your message, and they're obviously in your group, so you have them captive, they're a captive audience. You can share things with them. You can share things with them personally in Messenger. It's really a cool way to keep people in a place that you have a captive audience. But if you don't have a Facebook group, that's totally fine, because believe me, you'll be busy enough with all the other stuff. Then old clients from another source. So I know, I would say, I don't know, 80% of the clients that start working with me and start their online business, most of them are becoming coaches, healers, practitioners. It is their second business. They've already had another business or they left their 9-to-5. So if you had, here's an example, I had salons, spas, I had a mailing list from old clients from another industry, from a beauty supply. But inside of that list, if I went through it, a percentage of those old contacts are people that could absolutely may be interested in my services today. And if I don't share what I do with them today, how will they know? So that is an untapped resource. So any contacts you have, if they're contacts from your old job, if they're contacts from an event you did, if they're contacts from a class you taught, any contacts that you might have could be potential clients. Of course, you're not going to spam people, absolutely not. But you're going to analyze these lists. You're going to say, you know what? So-and-so, you know what? I'm going to put her on the list to mail out. So again, you're going to make this list. Now, and also you can target groups in your personal group in Messenger, which I'll talk about that in a little while. So let me erase this, and I want to show you how this all works, okay? All right. So what you have to do then is, your next project's going to be, after you have your list and you know exactly who your warm traffic is. Now, once again, if you're listening to this video and you don't have an audience, you don't have any of the above, this isn't for you yet. You can't do a cash injection into your business unless you have a business that's established for a while. But this is something you could absolutely do later on once you have a little bit of an established business. So remember, I'm talking again to my coaches, creatives, spiritual entrepreneurs, holistic practitioners who are up and running and already have a few of these things in place. So now what we're going to do, we're going to think about, in your list of all your different people, for each crowd, the right offer for the right traffic. So you don't have to make 10 offers, but you can break it down. you could break down, your current clients. So if your current clients are working with you, you're not going to offer them the same thing that you would offer people who worked with you in the past. So maybe your current clients, you could offer them an upsell, or really what you want to offer them is an irresistible offer. So maybe something that's an unbelievable price, that's an unbelievable package, that's got an unbelievable guarantee, of course with integrity that you're going to follow through on. That could be their next step. So you have your current clients, you can make them an offer because now they know, like, and trust you. Any of these audiences I'm talking about, they're people that know you already. You have a relationship with them. So if you say to them, let's just say, you're teaching a Reiki master course, okay, and they've been working with you, you might want to opt them in and give them 50% off or an unbelievable deal on the next step. Maybe, creating whatever that next step would be. Does that make sense? Or, if you're a business coach like me, maybe first step would be creating the business and then maybe offering them a marketing package at an unbelievable rate, because it is part of the journey, or a mindset package. Does that make sense? But of course, you need to use a little bit of your ingenuity or repackage something that you already have that you can give them really great value and get that sale going. Okay, so you want to have your list, your warm audience, and then figure out what you're going to sell to everybody. So your, let's just say your group, if you do your Facebook group, you look at your group, look at their interactions, and look at what they need. Is everybody just watching you and consuming, but they never buy from you? Maybe make your group, like you have 100 people, 10 people, 6 people. One of my clients made, what did she make? $7,200 with 7 people in her group. They all bought what she was selling. So don't tell me, oh, I don't have enough people, I don't know enough people. You got to put the work in. So you make an offer. It could be different for everyone, but make it with integrity to each group you have. Your old clients, your new clients, people you're working with, an old list. Let's just say one of my old lists from one of my salons or my spas, I might just introduce myself, say what I'm doing, and give them an unbelievable offer to something that they could just, a DIY course, if maybe they're interested in starting, an online practice, if maybe, they're entertaining it. And I can assure you that even if they don't buy it, they're going to say to someone, hey, listen, she's selling this great, $4,000 online course for $97. That's crazy. So you have to make it a really good, irresistible offer. And what I'm seeing a lot of people making the mistake is right now, you're too afraid to give your good stuff. If you want to really gain trust from people and have people give you their money, you have to let them trust you. You have to build trust with them. You have to be the go-to person, and they have to feel like you're not going to hurt them and you're not going to dupe them, you're not going to rip them off. And if you're not operating your business like this, then you really shouldn't even be following me, because I don't condone that. You have to run your business with integrity, sell with love and integrity, live on purpose, not with any negative, salesy, sleazy, selling bullshit, because love and integrity and really showing up and giving value is what's going to win at the end of the day. So don't just go in and attack people with a sale. Make sure you're giving them tons of value. So when you do offer them a service that's going to help shift them out of a place that they're stuck, they're going to be so grateful to you. They're never going to feel like you're trying to sell them something. Okay, does that make sense, guys? All right, then there could be a renewal campaign. Maybe you're working with clients or your groups are ending and you might have 10, 15 people, 2 people, 1 person. It doesn't matter how many people you have. Don't just let them go by the wayside. Create a renewal campaign that's an irresistible offer, something that they just have to have because it's just too good to let go. So once again, don't be afraid to give your best stuff, and don't be afraid to give what you know. Giving a great offer. Now, this is another suggestion. It's a personal choice, but I think it's a fabulous option. Give people ridiculously long payment plans. If someone really wants to work with you, now once again, this is a personal choice. I'm not telling you what to do. I tell you it works for me. I know it works for a lot of my clients. If doesn't resonate with you, then hey, that's your business. You do what you want. But sometimes the best clients just cannot spend $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $600 a month. So maybe if you turn around and offer them an interest-free 12 or 16-month payment plan, honestly, if you go in with a good mindset, because I know your question right now, well, what happens if they don't pay you anymore? I haven't had it happen yet. You know why? Because I give tons of value. If someone needs a really long payment plan, I accommodate them depending on what the offer is. And every single offer is different. Every single program is different. But for the programs that offer the long payment plans, if I go in with the mindset that I know I'm giving tons of value, I've never had anyone need a refund. I've never had anyone not pay. And my clients also who follow that pattern. But again, it's a personal choice, and it is an option for you to make your services more tangible, because not everyone's in the same place financially. But that does not mean that they're not worthy of your gifts, talents, skills. Okay, again, these are my personal things. This is what's worked for me and does work for some of my clients, okay? So let's move forward. So previous buyers, don't forget about your previous buyers. Your previous buyers worked from you. They know you. They trust you. You can invite them into a new offer, invite them into something that's super amazing. The whole point of this is you can't do this every month to people, and you can't do it more than once or twice a year, but you can definitely create something special that in 1 or 2 weeks, people are going to purchase because it's just such an irresistible offer. And that is how you're going to get a quick cash injection into your business while you're serving and helping tons of people. So let me go over a few things. So how I do this is this. Where's my eraser? Hold on. So I want us to do some math, guys, because this is one thing in business I notice. Nobody wants to do the damn math. But if you're not doing the math, I don't know how you're running a business, quite frankly. Let's make up a number. So let's say I had stats over here. Let's just say you take one of your programs, one of your packages, and you decide to package it up for $97. But maybe normally it's I don't know, maybe it's a DIY course, and normally you sell it for $19.97, okay, $29.97. That's an incredibly massive value. I do this quite often, this offer, and I'll tell you why. Because it allows people who may not be able to invest at the high level to still invest in themselves and start working on themselves and work towards their dreams. Why should they be held back? I don't believe in if it's only high ticket, that's who's worthy. That's not my policy, and that's not how I roll. So because I remember in the beginning, many times, people just can't invest that amount, and that's okay. So have an option for them if this resonates with you. Once again, we're working on cash injections, 2-week cash injections. So let's just say you have $97 offer. If you pitch that $97 offer, and let's just say between just your Facebook group, I don't know, if you have 200 people in your Facebook group, 50% buy, you just made, oh, boy, Maria, that looks bad. Here, hold on. You just made a cash injection of $9,700 from a product that you already have, you already sold, and 9 times out of 10, those 100 people that know, like, and trust you, if they've been on the fence or hesitant, I'm going to pretty much bank if it's a valuable offer that's irresistible, they're probably going to buy it. That's not that hard to sell, 100 pieces at $97, okay? Now, let's just say that's not your gig. You're like, oh, I don't do that. I only have, higher ticket items. All right. So you already have your list where you figured out, what do you have? 50 people on your mailing list, 20 people in your group, 20 people from an old mailing list. It adds up, believe it or not, guys. So let's just say your offer is $9.97, okay? So you make a $9.97 offer. Now, that $9.97 offer, you only need 10 people to buy that. But again, it's got to be valuable and a ridiculously irresistible offer for people to bite. And it's got to be, limited time, of course. Don't lie. Don't tell people bullshit. Don't create urgency that's not true. Speak the truth. If it's only 3 days, just be clear and make it only 3 days. Like, I can't stress enough that a lot of people in the online space, they lie. They make that scarcity tactic. It doesn't work, man. We're over it. be real, be authentic. People will love you for that because you're being real. You're treating them like a human. So guys, if we sell $9.97 to 10 people who already know, like, and trust us and maybe have worked with us, maybe, you know, they need a renewal, you know, you offer them something really amazing. So what did you just make? 9,900. Okay, there's your 10 G's. What am I doing? It would be good if I did the math right. There we go, guys. I'm like, you get it. You're close to 10 grand. So you're close to 10 grand for just selling 10 things. And that could be bigger and bigger. I mean, I have clients who are like, oh, I'm not doing that. I only sell for like $69.97. All right, then you just got to sell one. Again, you have to have the right offer for the right audience for it to sell. Because it's not about the money. It's going to be about what is the result that person's going to get. Are they going to be raving and loving you? And are you really taking good care of them? So does this math make sense? Now, once again, if you have an audience, you have an established business, and I mean, you could be as creative as you want. Maybe you want to start, I don't know, you could sell a one-time promotion for 1 month. Let's just say you start a Facebook group. You could do a one-time promotion, I don't know, for $77. If you just allow 100 people into a group membership for a month and you really offer an amazing value, let's just say you do a group coaching thing in a Facebook group. This is all free. It's not costing you any money, guys. And, you know, you sell that to 100 people, just add a zero. What do you got? Right? So at the end of the day, creating cash injections are not difficult. They take a little time and a little ingenuity. And really, you have to show up with your heart on your sleeve. You can't try to get people to buy bullshit. You have to sell them things that are going to resonate with them. It's really super important that, you know, you can revisit also a reselling campaign. You know, I have people who worked with me 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I was really branded as a life coach. But when I look back on my files, I'm like, you know what? Let me revisit them. Maybe they're interested in doing something different in their life, or maybe I can, you know, work with them now on their mindset and manifesting. If you use a congruent offer and you reach out to all of your contacts with a really good congruent offer that's going to help them make a change, help them move them out of a place where they're at, guys, I'm telling you, it's very simple to inject a few $1,000s. Now, your numbers could be your own. You can make $27 offers, you know, if you just want to make a few $100. It's up to you. You're the boss. It's your business. And once again, this is a great strategy to use once or twice a year to just get the ball rolling. But I highly recommend that you don't forget all about those other people that you have in your contacts. I highly recommend that you nurture those people all year long. Send them value. Don't just remember when you're selling them an offer to send them shit in their inbox. Send them great stuff, some of your best stuff for free, some of your best content. Always nurture, 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 and give value. That is how I have built a 6+ figure online business, a coaching and consulting business that I could be proud of. And honestly, that's how I built my other businesses, by really showing up with tons of value. In the brick and mortar space, you know, people were like, hey, come get a free massage, or, you know, free massage. Give people your free stuff online too. Give people some of your best stuff. Don't be afraid to share the value, because the ways we built brick and mortar businesses also work in the online space. If you're in the service provider space, so coaches, consultants, creatives, holistic, spiritual entrepreneurs, service providers, give your best stuff. Personally reach out to people. Remember, I say this all the time, it's a human on the other end. You know, it's so easy to send someone your calendar, but how about you just pick up the messenger or whatever and be like, or message them and say, hey, you know, you want to hop on a 5-minute call? That's one of the most powerful things I ever do. If I can do it, 5 minutes is not threatening to people. And if you can have a conversation with them and really see what they need and be honest, if you can't help them, I suggest you find someone that can, because people will remember you for your good. They'll remember you for your honesty, and they'll remember you for your integrity. And if you're building, this is the key, a sustainable, long-term business that you can be proud of, that you can make 6 figures year after year, then I suggest you instill some of these practices. And I also suggest that you really reflect on why you're in business and what the outcome is going to be for you even next year and the year after, because we have to have vision. And remember, the people you talk to today and the people you service today, they're going to be part of your life 5 years down the line. You just don't know. I have clients I've been working with for 20 years. You know, maybe they were my clients in another business, and now they call me, hey, Maria, I saw what you're doing in your email. Oh my God, can you help me? And like I said, if I can't help them, I find someone who can, because I do have a network of amazing coaches, consultants, and healers. So give them an offer that's irresistible. Give them an unbelievable guarantee. This is also something else that really will strengthen your cash injections and strengthen your business. Now, a lot of people resist giving guarantees, but I recommend that you do. And I'll tell you why. I personally find that giving a guarantee says, I am sure of what I'm doing, that you're going in with no risk. So no matter what happens, it's a win-win for them. It alleviates tons of fear. But if you don't believe in your business and you're resisting giving a guarantee, if you need help crafting your guarantees, just PM me and I will help you with that. Just like crafting your niches, crafting your messages, your branding, all those goodies that set your business apart in this online space that's really overcrowded. I want to thank you for joining me today. I want you to tell me in comments, tell me today what you're doing for this beautiful weekend and what your favorite dessert is. And I will get back to you with a special surprise in your inbox. Thank you for joining me. Sending massive love and light to every single one of you.